If you're having a hard time beating defenders in a game, this is what I want you to do. We call these scoop drives. Now, a lot of times, you're just told little vague things like you have to work on your shin angles. That doesn't mean a whole lot to people. What you really want to focus on is getting your shoulders down. So with a scoop drive, if I was doing a split through, I want to get your inside shoulder low enough to literally scoop a ball off the floor. That's about as low as you're ever going to have to get, and you want to be able to explode out of that. So right now, if I was going to drive forward, I'm going to do a split through. I'm just going to take it with me on my drive. If I can do that smoothly, I already know that I'm getting low enough, and I'm working on my explosion. Now, obviously, you can do any moves that you want on that. That was a split through. A little bit more of a harder one would be doing a partial step. That means that I'm just going to step forward and get my hips down as I do it. Once again, I have my step, I scoop it, and I simply drive out of it. Now, you could dribble this ball, or you could just carry it with you, but that's a great one to really start working on driving forward in very tangible ways. You can find that in our all-around checklist in segment 12. Now, when you do that, mark it as a favorite if you want to do it again. If you struggle with it, mark it as needs work. Otherwise, mark it as complete and move on to another item in the checklist. That's how easy this program works. Mark it accordingly and move on to the next. Now, when you first jump into scoop drives, just be patient. It's a bit more challenging than expected because your shoulder and your hips have to both find some depth. In our RealSkill program, we simply recommend you spend 10 minutes on this one, and you can feel free to mix up your moves. And if you want to make it a little more advanced, roll the ball out a bit to require more speed. Finally, if you have a partner and want to add some game realism to it, have someone drop the ball off for you at different heights. This is where the safe ball is once again a really nice tool to have, so I can keep the bounces quite low and force players to really learn how to dip their shoulder on the drive without giving up speed. For more content like this, and for more real skill, remember to like, comment, and subscribe.